this is a strategy. This is an actual strategy to infect this country with communism. That's really what it was. And this was going on back in the 1960s. Now you have young people on college campuses today arguing with Charlie Kirk about how, communism and socialism is great and it's misunderstood. You have Democrats. There's like an official Democrat, Socialist Democrat Party that's an actual political party in our government where people will, could run potentially as a Democratic Socialist and even run for government, governor, congressman, or president under that party, and openly declaring to Americans in their constitutional republic that they are the enemy, they are a communist, and they're looking to run for government in our constitutional republic country. And that's like the enemy saying, I am taking over, I'm conquering you, and you will now follow our way of life, even though it's contradictory to, it's actually the exact opposite of your way of life. And there are so many people who try to like bring up this weird idea of like how, oh, Jesus was a socialist. And, there's nothing wrong with socialism or communism, especially if you're a Christian, you should, that's a lie. That's BS. You could even just look at something as simple as, because Jesus never actually said these words that he was, but we didn't really, they didn't talk like that back then. Jesus was a carpenter. He used to sell his work to, earn a living. He would provide a service of carpentry to somebody, or maybe make something and sell it to them. But he would sell his service as a carpenter to people for money. He was a capitalist. He would make money from people for a good or service that he provided. That's capitalism. Socialism, and eventually communism, is when you don't do any of that. You just are a cog in a machine. The government decides how much you make, and a lot of times they'll even just pay you to stay home and not work and just be a slave to them. So there's no truth to Jesus being a communist or a socialist at all. It's not biblical, by the way. Communism, it definitely derives from evil, because the structure, the layout is antithetical to what God wants for his people. He doesn't want his people to be slaves to someone. He wants his people to be free and choose him and be his followers, be his children. So communism and socialism is absolutely evil. It's not a good thing, and it's not something that is should anyway be accepted in America. America is a constitutional republic. We need to stay that way, because that's what we were designed and founded as, but also that's what God wanted for this nation's governing system.